All right. Sorry, folks. Sorry about the audio issues we had earlier. I think I fixed it. Fickle sometimes with the technology, but hopefully you were patient enough to come back and take a peek at what we're talking about again. So, kind of to reiterate a lot of what I said, we are looking at a widespread storm. We're getting a lull in a lot of the precipitation in Asheville. Okay, that's a good thing. And most mountain locations. This is a huge, huge break. Now, it's still drizzling, but there's not the heavy precipitation. Okay, the drizzle is a problem, though. Freezing drizzle is going to continue to accrete. That means accumulate. Okay, and those fine drops, anything that's elevated a surface or it's cold enough to freeze on, it's going to do it. And it's going to do it pretty well and efficiently. So over the next, say we have drizzle for 3 or 4 more hours, yeah, we'll add on a little more ice. When we start to see some of the heavier bands of moisture move in, that's when things will get more interesting. We don't want that, but unfortunately it's probably going to happen. Obviously the ice still continues for areas to the east and I should say the west, the west and also into Tennessee. That's where things are a little more dire right now. Let's take a look at our Hunter Subaru Skycam network, and we have for you the streets that are damp, but they are icy, okay, in almost all these locations. So if you're looking at it here, you're seeing the temperatures, obviously they're below freezing. So the potential for any elevated surface to be frozen with ice and coated is good right now. This is a look at Waynesville, and you see a car driving by. Well, how can the cars drive on it? Well, they've been treating the roads, pre-treating the roads. The surface temperature on the road is a little higher than freezing right now because of the chemicals and salt. But once we get into the overnight or the hours go by and then we continue to see the temperatures stay way below freezing, these roads will be very treacherous. And in some cases where the roads aren't treated, obviously, it's a skating rink. It really is. So do not venture out. Please stay home. And the same goes for Silva right now. We see that the road is damp downtown and Main Street, but it is probably icy off anything that's not treated, and all the elevated surfaces are probably a very big problem. Let's move forward in time. Now, this model wants to show a pretty good icing going on. The pink is a little bit of, or is the freezing rain. The purple is the sleet. And that is going to be our problem. We're going to continue to see freezing rain likely expand across the area tonight and through the early morning. That's 4 a.m. Now notice what's happening to our west. We're getting rain. Yeah, the warmer air is going to nudge in overnight into the morning, change it all over to rain for many places to our west. But the icing will continue for Asheville and areas east. The storm wraps up, though, as we get into the late afternoon and early evening tomorrow. And yes, we will warm up above freezing, so we'll start to melt some of the ice. Conditions will gradually improve, but the damage will already probably have been done. Now, can we get these totals? Can we get a 3/4 inch ice accumulation or more? It's possible, okay? We're probably going to be cutting into these numbers, though, as we see a lot of half-inch amounts, and that's still a big ice storm, folks. It's still going to cause major problems. If you get up to a 1/2 inch of ice, anything over a 1/4 inch is really going to be a problem. So the northern upstate and areas like Greenville north to the North Carolina line, you're probably looking at pretty significant icing, and that's going to lead to more widespread power outages at some point. Destructive ice storm is a 1/4 to 1/2 inch, and many will get that kind of amount of ice, folks. That's numerous power outages. We got problems traveling because of that. A 1/2 inch or more of ice is crippling. That's the criteria we use, or the words. That is a widespread and prolonged power outages anticipated in terms of that situation. So we don't want that happening. That might be the case, okay, in some areas south of Asheville especially. So that's the update. Things are progressing. We got the storm evolving. We're going to continue to watch it. Nobody's going home. We are here. Meteorologist Karen Wynn and I are here for 11 o'clock's newscast, which will be a little late because of the basketball game, but stay with us. We want you to get the latest update, and I'm going to be looking at the latest trends in the models and what we're seeing. Then we have meteorologist Megan Danahay and Julia Haley coming in tomorrow morning. We will overlap shifts overnight and always have updates every hour on WLOS at the top of the hour. And then, of course, at 6 a.m., you can tune in to News 13 for a couple hours worth of newscast. And then after that, we will continue with our coverage as warranted. Okay? So be safe. Stay with News 13. We will have updates throughout the night, into the morning. Check out our Facebook. Check out our YouTube page, and also on Instagram and X. So be safe out there, and be smart, and stay off the roads and hunker down. And of course, if you do lose power, let authorities know if you can. Give a call to Duke or whomever your energy provider is, your power provider. Let them know you have lost power, because that helps them map it out, get an idea, and certainly, hopefully, get to you faster and a better response. Thank you, everybody, and stay with us. We'll see you again soon.